What are you talking about, Deb?
Cobb, did you watch the movie
Which one?
Clawfoot?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We won't go into it. We won't go into it.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. This is take 2 of this whole concept right here. You know, we doing this again because Cobweb missed the wrong movie, and shit happened. But we're good now.
We didn't have to bring it up or say that. But if you want to call in and give Cobweb, a piece of your mind about watching the wrong movie, call 786-763-2278. That's 786 podcast.
Why you gotta be
just
why
here?
you gotta be bringing up
Why you
old
gotta bring
shit?
up old shit?
Cast of the Pod podcast.
I mean,
today we're
literally.
gonna talk about Clawfoot. Clawfoot. I've said it. Clawfoot.
Yeah. Clawfoot. Clawfoot. Yeah.
We're gonna do some things differently. Today. I haven't told you about it yet.
We're gonna do some things differently.
Yes, sir.
Well, I can tell you one thing we ain't gonna do differently.
What's that?
You hitting that intro?
True.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Cast of the Pod podcast. Wait, there we go. The Cast of the Pod podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
And if you want to reach us on social medias, we're all at Cast of the Pod. Or if you want to go directly to Cobweb, Cobweb411 on IG.
That's me.
Yeah. I know I said I was going to wear sunglasses to cover up my one weird eye, which becomes 2 weird eyes, but I don't know where I put them.
Bro, messing up the whole online persona is completely changed now. I was used to
That's the thing. No. That's the thing about us. We keep it real. We are us. I mean, every now and then the caricatures, especially when it's something risky, the characters say something that's just jokes. But other than that, the real us is really us.
Yeah.
If it's going to get us in trouble, caricatures. Them's just jokes. That's okay.
Bro. Let me just say this to all my Chicago Bears fans today. They have to fix the run. They have to fix the run.
So all the people that came in for a horror podcast now we're become a football podcast.
No, that was horrible. That was horrible. Okay, that was a real horror. Watching that Chicago Bears run game, okay?
Don't say it, Deb. Don't talk about the Cowboys.
Hey, the Cowboys, I looked on the thing online and I was like, it was like 28-6 or whatever.
They won?
And then I was like, it was 28-no.
They were losing in the fourth quarter, like 28-6. And then all of a sudden they popped up 19 points out of nowhere. And it's like, where was the rest of this team at the first 3 quarters? I don't know.
They ended up losing 28-25, which is not that bad.
Wow.
Right there.
Is that 0-2? 0-3?
No,
they're 1-2.
1-2.
They're still in the playoff.
But needless to say, we're talking about Clawfoot today. The 2023-2024 movie Clawfoot.
I know. We got it out. Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna front, man. This was White Girl Day. This movie right here. This was White Girl Day. This was the White Girl Day. It was like it was all catered to them. You know what I'm saying? Everything went good for them except they didn't put the salad. They put the salad dressing on, and when it's supposed to be on the side. You know, that's about it. But this was a White Girl Day.
Look, I just want to say that this movie is available right? For digital download starting tomorrow. We're putting this out today, 9/22.
Sweet.
And then yeah.
And then tomorrow, we'll put it out today, and then tomorrow you can go and download it.
Oh, you
Go download
it.
the movie. Watch the movie. It's available for download. Clawfoot. Okay, now this is another one of those movies that we got ahead of time, a screener, and that was my point of trying to say that we're going to go, we're ourselves. Even though these companies are nice enough to let us see screeners, we're being honest about it. And I checked with them, and I was like, hey, one of our co-hosts gets hypercritical about stuff and always ruins the average.
What?
I won't say if it's me or Deb.
Well, it's got to be either one of you. I mean, you don't want to say
And they
y'all
were like,
names.
no.
You know,
We appreciate that. We appreciate the honesty. So I respect that from the PR company that's helping us out with these screeners. I respect that.
you hear what he's saying,
So-
y'all? You hear what he's saying? You hear what he's saying,
What?
don't you?
What is he
It's
saying?
that sub little. He like, Cobweb, go easy on him, man. Just don't hurt him so bad.
No, I'm saying
That's
be
that.
honest
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
okay.
I'm just saying you happen to ruin most of our ratings.
How are you gonna say?
No.
ruined
Well,
it?
it actually is not ruining it because it's your opinion, and you're more than entitled to your opinion.
Right.
It just
Are you still upset
like-
about last week with that other movie?
when we. So we're talking about
Clawfoot.
We're talking about the 1 hour, 27-minute movie, Clawfoot. Follows a housewife psychologically terrorized by a manipulative contractor, leading to a twisted battle of wits with deliciously unexpected results. Director Michael Day, writer April Wolfe, starring Francesca Eastwood, Milo Gibson, and Olivia Culpo. Now, Francesca Eastwood is the daughter of Clint Eastwood, and Milo Gibson, the son of
Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson. There you go.
Okay, that was okay. He was the repairman, Mel Gibson's
Yes.
son. Okay.
You couldn't tell every now and then, like when he had his face on the glass, and he sounded just like him.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
He did sound him.
Okay, now Eastwood. That was that the lawyer?
Eastwood
No,
is the main character.
Wife.
Really?
So before we get too far into it, I want to talk about the new thing that we're going to do here at Cast of the Pod podcast. So normally we spoil the movie, just spoil the shit out of the movie right from the beginning, right? I would like to try, doesn't mean we're going to stick with it, try this time, since we're doing screeners, especially on these screeners, describing the movie, putting the facts out about the movie, giving our rating on the movie, and then once we're done with all that, we cut into our breakdown where we spoil the shit out of the movie. We'll just try it.
Deb, he's putting structure together in this podcast. He's putting like rails on the cobweb.
You know why I'm putting rails on the podcast? Not on the cobweb, but on the podcast? Because there are thousands of podcasts that are so much shittier than ours that are doing so much better because they're following the formats.
Oh shit.
I think our podcast is great. And there's other podcasts that are fucking horrible.
Oh man.
Horrible.
Oh man.
And they're doing great because they follow a structure and format.
Well then let's do
I'm just
this,
saying.
bro. Let's do this. I'm gonna be good. I promise. See that, Deb?
Yep, I saw that.
Let's do
Okay.
this.
All right. So, like I was saying, 2024 film. You can find it on download on the 23rd, starting September 23rd. And what did you like about this movie, Cobweb, or what did you not like about this movie? Also, Deb, get ready to.
It was the play, on
Without spoiling it.
without
spoiling
saying
That's
no. I
kinda
got
hard.
this. No, it's not. It was a play on on whether or not situations were really happening, because at times this movie comes in and out, of people's thoughts and stuff like that in situations, and you're not really sure, is this really happening right now, or is this just another imagination? But when you really start seeing how these people start acting, you're like, you know, I don't. These mugs are hardcore. You know, what goes on up in the hills. I loved a lot about this movie, bro. I liked it.
So more of what I was meaning was like, it looks great. This movie looks like a 5-star movie. Like, it was shot great.
Yeah.
Great locations. The acting was good. The pick of the characters at first, I didn't know the association with their famous fathers or anything like that. I watched the movie first, and then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, I saw the names, and I was like, no, she's not related to Clint Eastwood. She just, and then the Gibson, didn't even think about associating that with Mel Gibson until that scene when he's making faces on the window, and it's like, man, he sounds just like Mel Gibson.
Man, that dude right there, bro.
But the writing was great. I did have an issue, and we'll get into that into the spoiler part towards the end of the movie. But I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought, I saw the trailer before any of this, and it's like, oh, I know what's going to happen. This, and this. And the movie started, and it looked just like that. And I told Deb, who hadn't seen the trailer, I was like, look, it's pretty predictable, and this is what's going to happen. And then as soon as I told her that, something else happened. And it was like, what? It's like, okay, I was wrong. And so I was hooked for the rest of the movie. Deb?
I agree. The movie was, it looked great. I really enjoyed the movie from the beginning to the end. I don't know how to say anything else
without spoiling it.
So it's kind of hard for me.
Oh,
I gotta
man.
get used to this format. But yeah, I really liked the way it was filmed and how it looked, and the little bit of surprises that did throw at us. I was like, oh crap. And so yeah, I did like it.
Good
Man.
stuff. All right, so I don't have the new sound effect for the motherfucking calculator of doom. We're still gonna have the motherfucking calculator of doom. It's still gonna be the MF
motherfucking
CD.
calculator doom. Yeah, right.
Motherfucking calculator of doom. That's our thing. So, who wants to go first to get their rating? This is weird. I'm used to being like, here's our results. Peace. We're done for the evening.
I go ahead, bro. I'm gonna give this movie a solid 8 on the scale. I mean, I enjoyed it. It kept me going a lot through it. You know what I'm saying? I was always just like it. You just really wanted to see how far they was going to push it. Each character was going to push the envelope on each other because you knew that something was going on, and it kept me going. At first I was like, okay, what's going to happen next? I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again. I'll watch it again.
Nice. Deb?
Can I change my rating of what I was going to say before?
We don't know what it is. Go for it.
That's true.
Well, she's talking about because we talked a little about it yesterday before we shut down. So is that what you're talking about, Deb?
Yeah.
Okay, so nobody knows that we went that far with it. So go ahead.
Okay. So I really enjoyed the movie, and I was thinking about it, and I was going over it in my head, and I had originally gave it a number, but I'm gonna up it. I give this movie a 9 because after thinking about the different things that I did like about it, I was like, I really, really like the movie, and I will watch it again.
So that being said, we know it's not a Schindler's List. We know it's not a 10. We know it's not a Tammy and the T-Rex where we rated it like 348. There's different scales. There's apples and oranges. You can have a 10 on the apples. You can have a 10 on the oranges. And, they got kumquats, and those are 6s or whatever, whatever.
Right.
So if we give this movie a perfect, that doesn't mean it's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It's not Schindler's List. It's, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly or anything like that. You know what I mean? But in its scale for what it is, being a thriller, there's some blood in it. Spoiler alert. So that's what makes it qualified kind of for the horror. And we'll get into that in the spoilerific part of the podcast. But so Deborah, you gave it a 9.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to give it an 8.
Oh, nice.
I enjoyed the movie. It was a lot of fun. On the technical side of it, I love the look of the film, the way that they filmed it. I like the pacing. I like the editing.
Yep.
The acting was exactly what we needed. And yeah. So, Cast of the Pod, in our new way of rating movies ahead of time before we get to the end of it, we give it an 8.3. So we round it down because it's not an 8.5. The movie gets an 8 from us.
Solid 8, brother.
It's not bad.
And I'm looking at IMDb right now, IMDb. Other people gave it a 4.7.
Tuh.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, fuck them. They didn't understand the concept of White Girl Day.
It's not that it's White Girl Day. Oh my God.
I don't get the white girl day. I'm kind of lost.
Because they lived in a fancy house and they ordered Ubers and Starbucks looking stuff and all that
They
stuff.
did yoga with drinking wine through silly
hold
straws.
Hold on. We we haven't completely spoiled it yet.
We haven't spoiled anything. That's what they did.
We gave everybody the warning. Maybe we shouldn't play the warning until after we do the score.
Oh,
and then play
man, bro. Oh.
They have to do it the whole new intro.
Nah, we'll stick with our intro. Back to Clawfoot. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, peoples. Now we're getting into the part of the podcast where we're going to spoil the fuck. We're going to spoil the fuck out of this movie. All right. And it was a fun movie. So I want to see, besides Cobweb calling it White Girl Day, where we're going with this. But so for those of y'all that hung around for it, it starts off, there's this very blonde, blue-eyed woman in a very expensive house. And it kind of threw me off for a second because she was there. I didn't expect it and I didn't look for it. And like I said, you have been warned. Didn't understand why she was cleaning the floors herself in the house like this. It's like, people who live in houses like this. And then she's wearing a white silk skirt, dress, shirt combo thing, whatever. And we brought it up yesterday, but we were talking about different movies. There was a couple of titties in this movie, just for like a tenth. I mean, it was the straight down the shirt as she's scrubbing the floor.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah. Just something just to get that out there for you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mrs. Young Clint Eastwood's daughter she's not bad to look at.
That's what I was gonna say. For those of y'all that have, all your life waited to see an Eastwood titty, there you go.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
And then as she's cleaning up and everything like that, hears a knock on the door. Or was it doorbell? Knock on the
doorbell. It's the same.
She hears somebody at the door. And here is let's get their names. Her name is Janet.
Yep.
And his name is Leo. And so that she opens the door. Well, she's looking through the door. And he's like, "Hey, your husband hired me, and I'm here to put in the new bathroom." She's like, "I love the bathroom the way it is. And he didn't order anything." And he's like, "Nope, I have the receipts right here." And he's like, "Oh, you're going to look through the door, huh?" And then finally she opens the door. And he just breaks down that, he's going to do a renovation of the master bedroom bathroom.
Yeah.
And there's a clawfoot tub. That's why the movie's called Clawfoot.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like claw hammer.
Oh, yeah,
or something like that.
Oh, that's a nice tub.
Clawfoot bathtub.
That's a nice tub.
Yep. Yeah.
It was nice.
Very elegant, very traditional, very, yeah.
But she liked her tub.
Dude, that looked like nothing wrong with mobile homes. I'm not saying nothing like that. But that diamond-shaped, triangular, whatever weird hexagonal, polygonal bathtub that she had looked very 1990s, very cheap, and it didn't belong in that house.
I don't think mine is like that. I got to think about it for a second. Mine is not. No, it's not like that. It's not like that.
And if anybody out there watches the movie and has that same bathtub, remember I said at the beginning, them's just jokes.
Them just jokes. Yeah,
just jokes. Just character,
jokes.
Fictional character.
It's okay. It's a whirlpool. You get the jets and the jacuzzis, you're good to go. Hey,
that was not gas. That was me looking for something to drink.
Yeah, I wouldn't open the door for him, first of all, if I was her. Because I was sitting up there thinking like slide it through or something like that. And you know what was really weird though? Was that she did not want to call her husband. And that kind of like freaked me out a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? Because at first I thought she was like OCD. You know what I'm saying? She said
she did call her husband a couple of times.
He called the husband.
He called the husband. He called
the husband, and it went straight to voicemail. And she's like, he's on a flight for work. He's not going to answer because he's on a flight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then she called him too later on.
She's like, here, let me prove it to you. Yeah, and it went straight to voicemail. So they're arguing back and forth, and they got this banter going, and he's sarcastic, and she's sarcastic, and blah, blah, blah. There's a little sexual tension there going also.
Well, from him.
Yes.
What just who's going to outwit who's going to say the more sarcastic thing and get the little emotional jab.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And then she's making a bouillabaisse, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember what she's...
Wait.
She threw tomatoes in first? Really?
Who does that?
Really?
You don't put the tomatoes in first in anything. You brown the meat first, and then you
right because the tomatoes are the acid that we're not going to get into. We're not going to get into cooking.
That's probably why. That's why he wanted to get rid of her ass.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
But bro. Okay, what about his boy?
So we hadn't even got into that. Finally, she agrees to let him into the house and work on it. And he says that he already paid the deposit and he already whatever, blah blah blah. It's a surprise for you. She's like, but I love that tub. He's like, no, we got this beautiful clawfoot tub and whatever. And then his friend reminded me of one of our friends from the past. I won't say who. And he kind of looks shady. Kind of looks shady. Kind of had a creepy feel to him, and he was like, "Oh, hey, Miss, what was her name? Like Lawton."
But he kept changing her name.
He
kept calling her a different name.
Well, that's why I don't remember her last name. Let me see if the husband.
You know who he reminded me of? What's that guy that played in 21 Jump Street?
Jonah Hill.
Yes.
He reminded me of Jonah Hill.
Just because he's a little chunky and he had curly hair?
No, his face looked like Jonah Hill.
Yeah, it was like I thought I saw Jonah Hill. He was like a cheap version of Jonah Hill.
Oh, okay. I can say,
yeah.
So he's there, and so she's working on the bouillabaisse, and then she goes to put water in with the tomatoes, and there's no water. She's like, "There's no water on." And I was like, "Yeah, because they're working on the tub. They're gonna shut all the water down." I knew that, And then so she goes up there to check him. Hey, how come there's no water? And he's there shirtless. He's got the dad bod going on. Hey, I'm not Mr. Gibson, Milo Gibson. I'm not knocking you for having the Hollywood dad bod because it's far better than my bod that I've got over here. But
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I mean, when she walks into the bedroom, and this dude is just walking around with his shirt off. And then his boy
looking through her diary and shit. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Just like you said, she shouldn't have opened the door. And when we're not even setting this up, this is a beautiful giant house up on top of the hill, out in the middle of nowhere. There ain't no neighbors anywhere close or anything like that.
Nope.
And she lets in this guy and lets in another guy, and she's walking around in this. It's like a combo. I was saying a skirt, shirt. At first, it looked like she was wearing like her husband's shirt.
Yeah.
It was a dress.
But it was a dress and all that. And I'm not victim blaming nobody. I am not victim blaming nobody because it doesn't matter what you're wearing. No means no. There shouldn't be any type of assault just because of what you're wearing and all that. Yes, I know that. I'm just saying, first of all, she shouldn't let them in the house. Second of all, if you got those people in the house, put on some jeans, put on some stuff that you can defend yourself with, or run away in, or be harder to get into. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that was the thing. That's what was wigging me out about her. Because she had a level of confidence about her. About
very
whatever.
Yes,
she did, and justifiably so she showed it. She had a level of confidence that she could deal with any fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause she said it in a while. She said, I can defend myself. I can take.
Should I cover the name Bill Miller's on this cup? Because every time I pick it up, you can see that it says Bill Miller's. I just said Bill Miller's 3 times.
Shit.
This podcast not brought to you by Bill Miller's.
I thought she was like crazy loco for real though. You know, because when he was first of all, when he was trying to teach her to make that bolognese, right? And he got her.
And he checked her about it too. Dude, it was so funny because I even told Deborah, I was like, you throw the meat in first. You cook the meat in first, and then you throw in the water and the acids to deglaze the.
We're not actually use the tomato paste after you add the meat. You put the tomato paste in there because it's going to break down.
Instead of using fresh tomatoes.
Yeah. Garbage. And he comes down there and he makes it for her, right? It's like crazy how he talks her into doing this. He's like a habitual line stepper, right? He just keeps crossing constantly, and he plays her off of her insecurities at times. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like, "Oh, what do you mean, a guy like me? Oh, I couldn't shop there. Oh, why can't I do this?" You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "No, you can do that. You can do that." And this dude just comes downstairs after he's been done cleaning your pipes and everything in your house, and he takes your meat out of the fridge.
Literally, not figuratively.
He hasn't even washed his damn hands. Okay,
because there's no water.
Right. So
Deb said that too.
Yeah, I was like, he didn't even wash his hands.
And I'm like, Deb, it probably happened. And then I was like, nope, there's no water. Shit. And he's grabbing the $20 a pound hamburger meat.
Right.
Because she shops at this fancy place. And like you said, she's like, there's people like you. He's like, what do you mean people like me? And she's like, workers, people who work for a living.
The working man.
And she didn't mean it. She didn't mean it in a bad way.
No. But it was crazy though. He felt he lured her in. But then as she was putting that meat in there, how he was just throwing it in, and when he got her towel dirty, and she fucking bro.
This is where I was like, because I saw the trailer, and it's like, okay, this guy comes to this person's house, and he's pretending to be something he's not, and then he's gonna attack her. It looks like an escape room, danger room type situation. He's probably gonna do some kind of assault on her,
right?
And and it's like, So, and then as soon as she sees the white towel that he was cleaning his hands with, right after picking up the ground beef,
and
there's blood on the towel, she just fucking stabs him. Does she stab him, or she hits him over the head with a pan?
She hit him over the head, I think.
Yeah, that was the first time she wanted to kill him.
Took him out, but we realize that it's just a fantasy in her head. Like at that moment, like how people have when somebody's talking to you and they're just like blah 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 blah, and you're just imagining like shoving one of those, like an insulated cup, the ones that come with those metal straws, and you're just thinking about taking one of those straws and just shoving it into their eye and then pulling it back and then blowing through it so that just the eye stuff that's inside the straw comes out the end of the straw. Then you hit him in the side of the ear with it.
Shit. Slow down, Cloud. Bro.
Well, no, because you got to take the chunks out, because if you go for the ear, then the air pressure is going to be in there. But if it's all emptied out, then it's just into the.
See, people. This is the problem. Okay, with her, I'm gonna tell you about her character, which is so crazy, which makes her so fucking dangerous. Okay, it's the fact that she thinks about stuff like this constantly. Scenarios in her mind to where she could take advantage of somebody and kill them, because she says she's having bad thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
She admits to it and she knows it. She owns it.
Right. She owns it. And that when her doing that, those are the most dangerous people around, because things tend to slow down for them in their mind and scenarios, because they can see things a lot clearer, because they're always seeing that part. They're always ready for that type of advantage. It's crazy, bro. She was fucking nuts for real, man. That's, what I'm saying? That's a woman you don't ever want to cross. Okay.
So during that, yes, I agree. During that dream sequence of hers, I told Deborah, I was like, wow. I said, this movie's not what I thought it was going to be. I said, it took a left turn at Albuquerque, and it just went off the rails, and it's completely different. And then it came back to the real world, and I was like, shit, it still might be that movie.
Man, these dudes, you know who they reminded me of? They reminded me of those workers from that movie, which was the ones with the gnomes and shit in China and shit like that. And they were they had hired the Irish people, had hired the one people from their town or something.
The red caps.
Yes.
Also available on Cast of the Pod. Just look back and look for that episode, the Red Caps, if you haven't seen it.
Right. Who was worse workers? I like
that movie.
Yes. Who was worse workers? Because he was just going through all that shit. They was going through our
One of
underwear
us
drawer.
one of us needs to write that down. Do a comparison between Red Caps and Clawfoot. Who had the worst home repair guys? So come to find out that
I would say the Red Caps did.
and yeah, we'll get back to that on the future episode. But so there's this tension back and forth, and it's constant. And then they cut to the guy Samuel. That's Oliver Cooper playing Samuel. And Samuel's, hi, Miss Lofton or Lawton, or like, he always says her name wrong. That's why I don't remember her name.
Oh my god!
And he's got like a crush on her. And there's even a part when he's outside and he's like, hey. And people in these types of houses aren't gonna fall for these types of lines. But it just shows you how simple and how naive and how, I don't want to say gentle, but how childlike this guy is.
Oh,
He's like, hey, I'm here. You're here. Maybe we could go to the movies sometime.
Hang out at the
maybe,
mall.
you know, the junior high pickup line. The line that you would use back in 7th grade. You know what I mean?
We can hang out at the mall.
So he doesn't really have any bad intentions or anything like that. He's just a little nerdy guy.
Oh my god! Oh, bro!
And not a creepy nerdy guy. Not a whatever.
He was sitting up there doing her makeup routine with her spritz on and everything like that. And then when he found her panties and he said, "Yeah, I found these in the pipe for you. I wasn't doing nothing weird with them, but here you go. I'm just gonna lay them on the bed." Like, why? Well, I was like, why would she let them keep coming back? She knew that they were going through their underwear drawer. Okay.
There's a whole bunch of times when I turned to Deborah, I was like, nope, these motherfuckers are gone.
Playing violins, going through their closets and shit.
Yep. And he knows a lot of stuff too. Leo knows a lot of stuff. He's very smart, very intelligent, very well-rounded. But then enters Tasha. Tasha's the best friend.
Yes.
The lawyer. I don't know if they're best friends, but she's the wife of one of the husbands that's friends to Janet's husband.
Yes.
And she's also like the leader of the HOA.
Yeah.
I can't stand HOAs.
Bro, just pay them their money.
I understand the purpose, but then the overbearing HOAs. Anyways. And so she's a criminal defense lawyer. And just like you said, they're doing yoga out by the pool, having their conversations, drinking wine.
Yeah.
Through straws?
Silly straws. And let me tell you, here's something about her for real. She was a good ass lawyer though, for real. Because what did she say? She had a case where she had like some guy or something like that. He got him off because he said his mother or something like that. He said that she stabbed her own self in the heart or some shit like that.
Yes. She had heard about all this horrible stuff and all that because one of her clients was arrested for murder, and she made it to where it was obvious. It was obvious that, where's my other hand? It was obvious that the mother accidentally stabbed herself in the heart.
To end it all, the grief and the misery. And the way her clients, she always talked to her clients on the phone. She always took it up. Why are you talking to me? You're supposed to use the burner phone. You're supposed to use the burner phone. Jeez Christ. Like, what the
and then
fuck?
She kept leaving her kid there with Janet.
While the strange guys are there. You know, they're talking about all that stuff. They're talking about how Evan is the husband to Janet, and how Evan was an asshole back in the day, and he was surprised. Tasha was surprised that they were still married after all this time.
Mm-hmm.
And we come to find out that Evan left his original wife for Janet.
Yep.
So, and right around that time, when that's happening, I turned to Deborah and I'm like, are we going there?
Yeah.
And we went there. So now it's the next day. She wakes up, butt booty naked, walks downstairs. Well, no, but she's got a silk sheet around her because she hears noise. Leo and Samuel are downstairs eating breakfast.
Making omelets, dude. Making omelets. Yeah, we saw you was upstairs asleep, so we just made.
You look comfortable.
Yeah.
You look comfortable, so we came back down. Whoa.
Right. And just let you know, if I had silk sheets, I was sleeping anew like you too. I'm like, what?
It feels good. It feels good against the skin, right?
Right? Oh man. They just overstepped their bounds completely.
Here comes the line steppers.
Yep.
I gotta make that, so rewrite that song, line
The
steppers.
line steppers. She was like, get the hell out. Y'all sit up here making omelets? Yeah, you want one? And then what was up with old boy throwing away her food and shit? You know what I'm saying? He threw all her snacks and stuff out of her house.
Oh, because he was a dietitian and he knew about bad carbs and bad sugars and chemical process, this and that. And he was like, no, that was the first thing he told her. You have a great BMI, body mass index.
Yeah, he did. And she
And
did.
when he was throwing away
she
all the
really did
food-
have one. She had a really good BMI.
When he was throwing away the food, what, Deb?
He was like, I don't know how she stays in shape.
How does she-
eating
yeah.
all this.
Right.
Yes, that's why he was throwing it away. He thought that's how simple he is. He thought he was helping her. That's all.
Yeah, he had a good intentions. I guess. I don't know. Because I don't know what they were doing upstairs in that bathroom. I do not know. I was like, why the hell are they hitting the walls when they taste? What would they do?
Well, he thought they were really. He didn't know what was going on. So next day comes up, right? Come to find out that Janet has her husband Evan in the basement. Every now and then she's walking into the basement and you see her locking the basement door.
That was the garage.
He
was in the garage.
Well,
He was
yeah,
in
the
the
garage.
garage. Yeah, because she was making those sandwiches and dropping them off.
That's why the windows were papered up, newspapered up.
Yep.
And so she like throughout the movie you see her checking the door and all that. And come to find out she's got him tied up. And he's all bloody and everything like that. Taped to the chair, mouth covered. And Leo shows up and they start fighting. She stabs him, right? Like right in the peck.
Oh, well, that's when he came in there that night. Right. He snuck in there at the night.
That night.
Yep. After she kicked him out, he don't come back.
Right. And then the next day, that's when he breaks into the garage and sees Evan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when she stabs him and knocks him out and then ties him up too.
She beating his ass. He thought she was going to be an easy win. He got a one good lick in, but she tore his ass off. Let me tell you something. That fucking what did she use on her boy? That freaking that cricket ball?
Oh yeah.
That croquet ball? Man. Oh shit.
So she calls Tasha up, right? And they set up that croquet ball, now that you say that, because when they were taking a break, Samuel and Leo were playing croquet.
Yep.
And he tells her, you're missing a ball. There's only 5 in this set.
No.
Yep.
Leo was
the little boy.
Leo
Leo was talking to the little boy.
She sees him outside and she grabs one of the croquet.
The hammers, the mallets.
Yeah, she was about to do him in there.
This is when she goes over there and she hits him. And we're like, what the fuck?
Another fantasy moment.
Yeah, and then it turns out she didn't hit him and she was talking.
She was thinking about that shit.
Then she has another fantasy moment where she's climbing over the counter to make out with him.
Yeah, and she bites off his
he's
carotid
talking
artery.
about gory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she ain't no joke, bro. She was no joke at all.
So she calls Tasha up and she's like, I need you here. And they're there and she's like, blah, 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 blah. I need you to be my lawyer. How much are you going to charge me? She says $1.
Of course. That's a standard
opens her purse for friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pulls out her wallet, gives her like $500. She's like, I'm sorry, I only have hundreds.
Yes, I only have hundreds. I don't have dollars.
Yeah.
So they go over. This is the craziest shit right here. This is how great this woman is as a lawyer.
She admits everything that's going on. She tells her. She shows them tied up in the back and everything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, she showed her what she hit him with, the ball, the croquet ball that she had upstairs, how she cleaned everything up. She went over everything. She said, oh, it's going to, okay, for everything. She breaks down her bill. For everything, for all this is going to be like, it's going to be $100,000 in cash. Oh, you're such a great friend.
You gave me the friends and family discount.
The friends and family discount.
And I wish we could say that. To give
man, that's the friends and family
charge our
discount.
family and friends.
So,
and then she goes to this old gaudy beat up microwave. beep 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 beep. Right, and then this other drawer opens. She's like, I wondered why you had that junk ass microwave.
Yeah, she had
And then it opens
yeah.
up, and they've got jewels and all this other stuff, stocks and bonds and
motherfuckers had
clay
bricks.
and all that.
He had gold bricks in that motherfucker. He had 3 of them. Big was like there wasn't no little small bricks. They look like the bricks that you had at what they have at Fort Knox type bricks. Okay.
And she counts out the bands. Boom, 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 boom. 100 grand. Gives it to her in cash.
She had $1 million in there because that's what old dude came there looking for. He came there looking for the money because he knew that she had money up in that house. You know, that's what he said.
So that's when we find out that Leo is a associate of Evan, the husband.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what makes me mad about people. This is what ruins shit. So when Leo and Evan are talking, and Evan's like, this is before Leo gets knocked out. He sees him in there. He's like, she knocked you out? She's got you tied up here? He's like, yeah, quick, untie me. And he's like, nah, I'm not here to save you. He's like, what? He says, I'm here for it all. He's like, what do you mean? He says, I want it all. He was like, well, no. What we're going to do is I'm going to keep on giving you these work orders. You're going to give me invoices that say 100 grand, 200 grand. I'll give you 30, 40 grand for each one. And then you're just going to keep on giving me invoices. And it was doing like a money laundering thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because old dude worked with the mafia. He had some, because he said it. He had friends. He said, it's people.
No, he worked for an organized group of people that did things.
He was a billionaire. He was a billionaire.
We don't have to put labels on.
Okay, you're right. People don't need to be labeled, but let me tell you, he was a billionaire. He said he was.
Yes. But this is my point. I'm sorry, Deb. Do you have anything you want to say?
No.
This is what pisses me off about people.
Oh, what?
Here's Leo, and he's a grunt. He's a low level. Hey, he's not low level. He's mid level, middle management. Right. And he just comes in. I want it all. You can't have it all. You can't just walk away with everything. You can't,
That's not even a phrase. What does that mean? I want it all. Come on, bro.
Yeah. And Evan's saying, he's like, look, there's people over me. The people that I report to, they're not going to let you take everything. Just, you're going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars upon hundreds of thousands of dollars. You just keep on doing this. We'll keep on doing this, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
But then you get these greedy ass, I want it all.
Yeah.
There is no way, so Evan has his company that the taxes go through, and the company that looks like a legit company, and his public wife and his public house and all the stuff that makes it work. And then you get these people in real life too that I want it all.
I want it all.
You can't handle it all.
He couldn't handle it. Obviously he couldn't. He really couldn't. Because it didn't work out. And that's the thing though also too. Because he was like, why is it her alarm system wasn't even on in that house? It's like she wanted him to come back. It was like she was waiting on him.
Because they were just she knew what her husband did and all that. It's just because they knew nobody touches them. There's just some people in certain parts of life where just nobody. And if there is going to be somebody that's going to show up to do something, an alarm's not going to stop them. But that's neither.
But that's the thing. It's like you think that's one thing I was thinking about in the movie. I'm like, why don't she call the police? Because she never called the police. She had plenty of opportunity to call the police.
She didn't call the police because she had her crooked husband
tied up in the garage.
And that's the good thing about this movie. There's nobody good in this movie except for Samuel.
Yeah.
What?
Samuel's a good guy. He didn't know that.
Good guy, yeah.
Samuel thought he was there to work on the tub. He thought that they were really putting in the tub and everything like that. Right. So they call up Tasha gets there, and they're doing this Dexter thing where they're taping on the gloves, and they're bringing out the what do you call it? What are those saws called? Articulated saw?
Yeah, the hacksaws. He's got the motorized hacksaws for tree limbs.
And so they're gonna do all this. And then Samuel shows up. He's like, hello, Miss Lawden, whatever her name is. Hello. And they go out there. And
the lawyer's like, he has to go.
Yeah, he has to
They're
go.
like, well, what's going on? And he's like, well, Leo said I had. Oh, well, Leo's not here. Okay. Well, I guess I'll have to come back on another day. They're like, all right, bye. And he starts walking away. And then he goes, oh, can I use a phone so I could call a ride? And they're like, you don't have a phone? No, I
No.
don't have a cell phone.
Right. You got
And
any
they're like,
friends,
sure, use
family?
a phone. And so he starts dialing, and she says, who are you calling? He says, oh, I'm calling Leo so he can come pick me up.
Oh,
And
shit.
she's like, oh, well. And then you hear his phone ring in the garage.
yup.
And he's like, that's funny. That sounds like Leo's phone.
oh man.
And
This
then
dude.
Tasha and Janet walk off to the side, and she's like, we have to get rid of him. He knows too much already. She's like, but he's such a nice guy. He even gave me a compliment on my BMI.
she did. He was just too, and he was just too curious.
He was at the wrong place.
Wrong place, wrong time.
He was just always
Exactly,
too curious. He was always sticking his nose in business that it didn't belong. You know what I'm saying? When he saw the he had to be looking at the tape windows, looking at all in a panty drawer, doing all extra shit. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, he's seeing them and they're talking about killing his motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's the funny thing, because they're like, so you didn't bring a phone? Well, I don't have a phone. I don't really have anybody to talk to. So you didn't bring a phone out here. Did you tell anybody you were coming out here? No, I really don't have any friends. So you don't have any friends? Nope. You don't have any family? No, I don't really have any family around here or anyone that I talk to. So nobody would even know if you're missing. No.
It was like he was like, she was like trying to give her the hint, like, let's just kill this motherfucker. She was.
Nobody will know.
Right. That lawyer, she was rough, bro.
Needless to say, poor Samuel ends up in the Clawfoot tub, knocked out. And then they bring this articulated saw out, and they just go to town on him.
Oh, bro. See, it was the lawyer that killed him, though, because she went over there and got the because she guys used that crochet. What was it called? A racket, ball again?
The croquet.
Yeah, the croquet ball.
The cricket ball. Croquet.
Right.
Whatever. That English ball. Whatever.
Right. Because it was sitting in a fruit bowl. Right.
because the Janet had used it on the husband and on Leo.
Oh, and she was just like, died. She was beat. They didn't show it, but you understood that she was trying to kill his ass to death with that doggone ball, and he was pleading for his damn life against that damn lawyer. She was vicious. She was real vicious. You know?
Poor Samuel.
Man.
So they go to town with the saws and all that, and there's this. It goes into this is one of the things I was like, really. And they did a nice little lens blur.
Right.
Hey, as my lens blurs, that's pretty cool. I didn't plan on that. And so you don't get to see all the blood of what's going on and everything. And but after all that time of them working on him, like all they did was do one little cut across his belly and started pulling his guts out. I was like, all the sound effects and everything they did, they should have like had at the elbow and maybe at the knees.
Why would they do
This
that
was
with that?
their first time doing that.
But why would they do it like that? I don't understand.
Well, because she even pointed out how hard it is to carry a body, that you have to at least, cut it up into 6 pieces for easy carries. Both of them, they're both like 102 pounds each.
This is true. So they took all the guts out and separated each parts and stuff like that so they could get it out.
What I'm saying, all the work that they put in, and it's just his guts are hanging out. They should have just did that with the first cut. Just when the guts are there and just.
It was their first time doing it, bro. Let them get done. You know what I'm saying? Because she said she knew how to do it from all of her clients. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what she said. She said, my clients tell me about how to do this stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just going to put it into practice today. Shit. Damn.
Her clients are admitting that they're guilty, that they've done these things.
If that's my lawyer, I would admit it too if I did something. Shit, I want that friends and family discount. Shit. God damn. She was good as a motherfucker. That's a lawyer that got your back. Don't use the burner phone.
Well, she had her back.
Yes, they ended up being good friends.
They were good friends. That's why her daughter always had those earmuffs on, because she couldn't incriminate anybody with nothing that they said.
Yeah, and the kid, every time they're doing something, and the kid doesn't hear anything because he's playing on his Nintendo Switch. He's got his headphones on, his sound. I got a pair on, and I can't even remember what the damn call.
Soundproof?
The ones you wear like on the
Those?
airplane, the noise cancellation headphones.
Right.
So the kid is just in this Nintendo zone and never sees anything, never hears anything. And they kill the husband, and she's because you come to find out that he was going to leave her for a 21-year-old
22.
and he's like 22-year-old, and he's like, you have no culture, you can't cook, the design of the bathroom was horrible, all you have to do is put up this show and whatever, and you can't even do that.
And you're
And
getting
then
old.
she's like,
you're getting old.
you're getting old.
That's when
They
she
just
stabbed
trained
his
her in
ass.
for a new
A
one.
newer model. It was nothing personal. It's just like when you go get a new car, it's time to
It's
Upgrade.
time to move on.
Time to move on.
Yeah.
Time to move on.
I guess when you have that kind of money, that
Well, the lawyer said that she.
So
what did
she
the-
was like,
yeah. Go ahead, Deb.
yeah, Deb, what's up?
no, I was gonna say, so she was like, oh, you want to trade me? Okay, motherfucker.
And then she stabbed the shit out of him.
Oh man. Let me tell you something. That lawyer was so good. She said she wrote her own
Janet
husband.
stabbed him though.
Yeah, but her lawyer said that she,
wife.
yeah. She said that she made her own husband's prenup. She wrote up their prenup.
Yes.
He ain't going nowhere. Oh,
She should have got her to do the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is now we're getting to the end of the movie. And it's already had its twists and turns. She's a killer. She's not a killer. Come to find out, she now is a killer. And the thing is, there is no bad feelings. There is no conscience. It's just a matter of fact. We have to do this because we have to do this. We have to do this because we have to do this. We don't want to go to jail, so we have to. No witnesses, no whatever. We have to kill this person, and we have to kill this person because he was about to cheat or cheating on whatever. Everything had some type of justification. There was nothing in the conscience. It was the same thing as if they were going to go shopping that day.
Yep.
It was just a matter of fact, whatever.
Yeah, it was. And that property was so big. That property was so big. I didn't get to see exactly how big that property was until they was
The
running
drone
down.
shot looked pretty big.
Well, there was also that one where Mel Gibson was trying to get away.
Milo
was trying to get away down the road, and he was running down. I was like, and she was going down that driveway. I was like, that's a big ass damn driveway.
So this is where we're getting to the end, and this is the part that I don't like. So Milo is already beaten up, semi-stabbed. Well, he's stabbed, but not fatally or anything like that. And he's getting away, and there like, oh, we have to chase him down. So what do? This is at the same time that their Uber Eats, this podcast not brought to you by Uber Eats, their driver's driving up, right? And so he's running down this long ass driveway, and we've been to a couple of houses there. Remember that one where we had to you drive up to and then get into a vehicle, a 4x4 vehicle to go up this crazy ass whatever,
man.
And then we've been to others where they buzz you in, and then it's like
another 2 or 3 miles just to get to
the house.
Man. Yeah.
But so this is the type of house that they have, and she's just driving, and they're just talking like they're best friends. Oh yeah, what are we gonna do today? Blah 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 blah. And she's like, hurry up, he's gonna get to the gate, and she's in reverse.
Yeah, reversing
and just hits him like that. And they're wearing these American Psycho Dexter plastic jumpsuits, like you're gonna paint your house.
Yeah,
And they get to the gate, and the food delivery guy is there, and he gives them the food. Doesn't even think they're splattered with blood and all that. And he's just like, eh. And then
they could have been painting
with blood,
bro.
Well, nowadays you don't know with avant-garde art or whatever.
Let me tell you something. If I was him and I was delivering, I saw that shit. You know what I would have did?
Shit.
I ain't see shit. Above my pay grade, I didn't see shit.
Here you go, ma'am.
Yeah, here you go, ma'am. Unless somebody come get
enjoy
me.
your food.
If somebody come get me and ask me if I saw something, maybe then, yeah. But if you ain't come, I ain't tell. Shit. You go into a house like that, them people like that make you disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then that's when we get to the part. She was like, "Damn it!" He's like, "What, ma'am?" She's like, "The dressing's on the salad. I want it on the side." And I guess they didn't give him a tip or whatever. And then they drive off. And as they're driving off, they go back over Milo. And he's like, it's here on the receipt. Salad, dressing on the salad.
Oh shit, the motherfuckers was stupid.
Could
boy.
he see Milo?
He had to have seen. That's the part that I didn't like. All this movie was very realistic, very could have, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And this is just me nitpicking. That's why I rated it so high, because I like this movie.
Right.
But that's me nitpicking that they were so careful hiding their steps and keeping it out of the public eye and not whatever, that I don't feel that Janet and Tasha would have been dumb enough to just leave a bloody ran over body right there, especially at the beginning of the driveway.
Well, we don't know exactly how far he really was from that driveway when they hit him.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? We really didn't know.
When they hit him, you could see the gates already.
But that's a
And
little
the guy
bit
was
far
already
up.
walking up to the gate.
That doesn't necessarily mean that, because it could have been up on a hill and the gate is down the hill.
Yeah,
True.
they felt comfortable with it. I feel good with it. I like I told you. Who day was it?
You don't know if Tasha was white. I mean, her name is Culpo. So it doesn't have to be White Girl Day.
It was today. Because they were they was checking every box on their asses.
Olivia Francis Culpo is an American fashion influencer and internet celebrity. After winning the Miss Rhode Island USA competition, she went on crown to be Miss USA and then Miss Universe in 2012.
Really?
Oh, wow.
She was born in Cranston, Rhode Island. Culpo is a middle child of 5 siblings, and she can play the cello.
And she can throw knives, too.
That's pretty cool. Oh, and then Samuel, he's been in a lot of movies. I was looking him up.
Samuel's been in a lot of movies. That was another thing. When they were doing their yoga, they were inside the house. I told Deborah, I was like, why are they're sharpening throwing knives. You don't sharpen throwing knives.
They do. She does.
Hey, yeah, I was going to say, she has a lot of money. She can do what she wants.
Yeah, she does. She does. And she was like telling like, oh, this one's dull. You know, they're throwing knives just for fun. You know, they had a little vicious
they're hitting targets.
In.
She even Tasha even tells Janet, because Janet's hitting the bullseye. She's like, "Are you sure you're not seeing my instructor? You should, because he's hot."
Yeah.
they're living that kind of life.
They are, bro. They was living it up, doing yoga. And she was like all upset. You know how hard it was? What exercises was she doing all the time or something like that? She was doing something very strenuous to keep herself in shape all the time. That's all she was doing, you know, consistently. And she said, this is hard, you know. Keeping his body down like this. She was on her shit, bro. Should have never crossed up. Should have never crossed.
So I really like this movie. It has nothing to do with it being a streamer or anything like that, screener. And it was fun. It was cool seeing something out of the ordinary that wasn't the regular cookie cutter thing. I don't know why people gave it a 4. I'm going to go through. Let's look at the reviews.
Yeah.
Let's look at the reviews and see what people said. Fuck those people.
Right. And don't forget, we got to put Castle of Paz rating on there.
I already put it up there. Give it an 8.
Sweet. That's how we do it, Deb. That's how we do it.
Sympathetic black comedy deserves some better writing.
I thought it was good writing.
What?
That's what
I thought it was good writing.
Yeah.
It says, yeah, sympathetic black comedy deserves some better writing. This was June 23rd, 2024. It just happens.
They sure they got the right
4
movie?
months ago. Yeah.
Where they get black comedy from?
Well, because
what the fuck is this shit?
Black comedy is not Friday. Black comedy is not Medea or anything like that.
What do they mean, John? What do they mean?
For hundreds of years, a black comedy is a dark comedy, is a comedy that is twisted. And that's what the term black comedy means.
I guess. I didn't think that they needed to go there with that.
Well, no. Because
it's got to be black art. Why it's got what? You know what?
Because it's hundreds of years, long before. But the term black comedy is older than the United States of America. It's not like black. Cobweb's over there frying bacon again. It's not like Black Twitter, something that's like just new now.
Black Twitter.
black comedy is just it's
I get it,
it's
Josh.
humor that
I
you don't
know,
joke around
I
about.
know. I thought it was a little bit though. That's it. That's what they got.
So this is an 8 out of 10. I'm looking for the bad ratings that. Let's see, show all. Let's see who gave it a 1 star. Everybody that gave it a 1 star didn't write anything about it. Let's see, 2 stars. Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. If you didn't like the movie, then you're not going to write anything about it.
Right.
Nobody with the 4s. You lazy ass people. 5s. Fire the bongo dude. I actually like this film, but who the hell was in charge of the music? The constant banging of bongos throughout most of it made me give up halfway through. This film could have been so much better with the right tone of music.
I didn't even pay attention to
I didn't even notice it. I didn't even notice the music.
I was like, bongo music.
This was from Daniel Cosby.
This is how good the movie was. I didn't even pay attention to the music.
Let's see who gave it a 6. The one that I read that started the whole black comedy tirade that we went on. And the 7, nobody with the 7s gave it anything. 8s, 1 writing. But yeah, Clawfoot, available to stream tomorrow, September 23rd.
You know what was pretty cool? It was like when she told him, she was like, I want to thank you though, because I really do like this tub.
At the end, yeah, she turned and she liked the tub. You can get it on Prime Video.
Definitely get it, guys. Watch this. This will be a good one for you.
Yes, and then let us know what you think.
Heck yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, I think we're done with today's episode. What do you think about the new format? Doing the ratings up at the beginning and being all business in the front, party in the back. It's just like a mullet.
Well, I got it. Wait.
Cast of the Pod mullet.
Hold up. Wait a second. Here we go. Check it out.
Oh no, here we go.
I like it.
That sounded like a 1994 Honda Accord.
What?
With a Kenwood, or no, a what's the with some Orion speakers and a pull-out theft-proof cassette player, and there was no lining in the trunk, and the trunk's like. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Bro, come on, man. You guys just, man, you see.
The license plate just buzzing.
I know.
Play it again. Play it again.
Yeah. Yeah, what you laughing at?
All the bass coming out through the mids.
Why you
blowing
laughing,
out the
Dad?
16x9, the 6x9 mids, paper just buzzing.
Because on this side, your video is like glitching.
You're lagging on this side. It won't for the download, but we see a lag on this side. And you're
you're like moving like a step, and it was going with the music, so it looked like one of those memes.
You look like Max.
Disco.
You look like Max Headroom from back in the day.
Oh, that was tight, right? I used to love Max Headroom, man. He was cool. He was so cool. I used to have a Max Headroom book cover. Oh man.
Yes.
Yeah, Max Headroom, bro. Woo. The show sucked though.
But all right.
Eh.
The show had TVs that you couldn't turn off. And the government was linked to the TVs, and they saw everything that you watched. And if you watched the wrong things, they came after you. And you also had a camera attached to your TV, and if you covered the camera, the government would come and get you. So that's why Max Headroom just disappeared out of nowhere.
And now we got all these cameras on our TVs.
Cameras on our devices where we're watching Cast of the Pod, where if you watch on Spotify, you can watch the video for it. You don't have to go to YouTube, or you can go to YouTube, Cast of the Pod, and you can see the video there. But it's also on Spotify as well. So
yeah.
If you listen to it on Spotify, not that I'm saying you need to go to Spotify to hear it, but yeah, whatever your player is,
whatever it is,
Spotify.
Yeah, and share. And share and rate.
Like, share. If you don't like what you're hearing here at Cast of the Pod, go to your coworkers' phones, the coworkers that you don't like, and subscribe to our podcast for automatic downloads.
Yeah, do that to
That
the
way
people
they're
you don't
stuck
like.
hearing us.
Yeah, do that to the people you don't like. Just put us on there.
Yeah. All right, yo, I think we're done. So we ended up giving this movie an 8, even though the uneducated masses gave it a 4.7. I give it an 8.
Girl, we good, baby.
We give it an 8.
That's right. Cast of the Pod approved.
Yep.
We need a sound effect. Like a stamp.
Wait, I got one.
Oh, shit.
Wait. Wait, that was a gunshot.
That doesn't sound.
Did not sound like a stamp of approval.
Wait.
Nope.
From a podcast whose secondary mantra is Team FTK, we're not going to use the sound of bacon frying and children yaying. No. Man, FTK.
I'm gonna get me some new buttons. I'm coming back, y'all. I'm gonna get me some new buttons. You watch. Cobweb gonna come back with some new buttons next week, and y'all gonna be like, "Ooh,
He's coming back with buttons."
Ooh,
button. Cob. Can you program yours?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Right. I just haven't figured it out yet. Haven't done it. Give me a second.
All right, y'all. Thanks for listening to the Cast of the Pod podcast. We're teasing you with future buttons from Cobweb. And Deb, you have anything else you want to say, love? You hadn't said much today. You okay back there?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
You have been warned. Thanks for spending time with us. And next time. Shout out to Club 3P.
Heck yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Hey.
Peace. It's an audio podcast.
What are you talking? Oh, what the?
Most people listen, not watch. I mean, it'd be great if they watch, but if you're going to be putting anything on the screen, say what it is.
Goodbye.